They owned an entire day yesterday, the Jaguars. When's the last time that happened? Every network, everybody was talking about Tim Tebow and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That didn't even happen leading up to the draft, and we knew they were going to take Trevor Lawrence. We were talking about Justin Fields and Zach Wilson and Mac Jones. We weren't talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars. So that's one person who will absolutely love him in the locker room. Look, here's the deal. It's not going to matter until Tim Tebow makes the team. This is the offseason. When he makes the team, let's say if he makes the team, then that's what matters. Urban Meyer, you're on the clock because those veterans in that locker room, you'll have a year to be able to come with that college mentality. This is how we're going to do things. It's my way or the highway. If Tim Tebow doesn't perform, then they're going to be at his neck. That's what's going to happen. So right now, it's great for business. Hell, it's great for football. It's great for us. We're talking about it. It's a great topic. And then when it's time to strap up, let's see if Tim Tebow performed, Kevin.
Yeah, so God forbid the Jacksonville Jaguars, with their 15-game losing streak, Nick, bring Tim Tebow in. What are they going to do? Oh, my gosh. Guys, this locker room is a sacred place. How are we going to invite Tim Tebow to camp when we're busy with the rookie talent show and giving people silly haircuts? I just don't think the sanctity of Jacksonville and the histrionics around this are absurd. They're absurd.
Yes.
You guys watched 15 games in a row. You tried to lose all the games last year, so you got Trevor Lawrence, and you did. So the idea that the amount of pearl clutching about bringing Tim Tebow in, who he's not even in. I mean, this is the other thing, Nick. That soundbite from Urban Meyer, that's the first time I'm like, oh, they're not going to sign Tebow. It's very easy to be like, yeah, we're going to bring him in. He's going to be a good fix. He's going to be a good fit for our squad. But hearing Urban say like, I got to make up. You think? I don't know, Brandon. For the way he sounds, I don't think. Now I'm leaning the other way.
He just
I don't think he's going to sign.
Okay. Okay, he's definitely going to sign him. I don't know if he's going to make the team. He said, at the end of the soundbite, he's like, I said, let's do it. And then he corrected himself. And he's like, and I still got to make that decision. You made that decision. But I'll address the Jags thing in a moment. But first, can you put Brandon on the screen with me? Because I'm going to say something to Brandon. I think he's going to think I'm joking. But I am totally serious. Brandon, do you have Urban Meyer's phone number? Do you?
I do not.
Because I do.
Have Urban
I can
Meyer's
give it to
number.
you.
No, I do not.
Okay, I'm going to text it to you during the break. Yeah, because he used to work with Fox. Okay. He's close with Colin, so I'm by proxy, first relation. You should go get a tryout. If that's how it's working in Jacksonville, hey, he's in great shape. Those ball skills. Can we show Brandon's numbers since Tebow last stepped on a football field? Man. Brandon, before Tebow retired, you were awesome. After Tebow retired, you have almost 5,000 yards, almost 40 touchdowns. So, hey, let's send him this picture. Any video from Brandon without a shirt on, which best I can tell is all the video of Brandon when he's not on this show, and get you a tryout. I'm not saying, Brandon, that you can necessarily pass DJ Chark as the number one receiver, but if Jacksonville, it's just open tryouts for Fantasyland, Brandon actually could help him. I'm dead ass serious, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Like this is ridiculous. And it's not a sideshow, and it's not a carnival. And so the idea of, they lost 15 in a row, so why not? Well, then sign me. Hey, people would love, I guarantee you'd get massive ratings numbers in the Denver area and greater Serbia if you had let me field a punt and get
but Nick,
waylaid, Buffalo.
Nick,
there's a lot of things you could do.
I feel like you're jumping the gun. Well, first off, it's going to be hard to sign Tebow and myself because who's going to wear 15? Like, there's going to be a big fight over 15. I have to have 15. The last time I wore another number, it wasn't great. I wore 19 in Miami, and it wasn't good. I played the worst football of my entire career starting at age 6.
Confirmed.
But here's the deal. It's the offseason. I feel like you're just getting ahead of this conversation just a bit because he needs to go in there and show the team, show the coaches that he can contribute. If he can, then what would be the big deal? Like, okay, he hasn't played ball since 2012. So what? He can come in and catch, 30 balls. Like, I truly believe that. The tight end position today, They're not asking you to block. You're going against guys who really aren't that athletic. I mean, we're talking about linebackers, some safeties that are stiff. So you're asking a guy to run a 10-yard out cut. Right. You're asking a guy to be able to run a 10-yard corner route. And a lot of times these teams are playing zone. So you just got to get to the spot. That's all you got to do is get to the spot and catch the ball. If he can get to the spot and catch the ball.
He can't get to the spot. Brandon,
that was a bad route. Can we see that route again?
He ran a 4. No, look, Brandon. He ran a 4.740 coming out of college. What do you think he's running at 34? I mean, Jesus, man. Like, what are we doing here? I don't. And by the way, of course, it's not going to be popular in the locker room. Like the idea that these guys, most of whom were born in the late 90s or at this point very early 2000s, are wrapped up in the Tebow story from 2011. They were in 3rd grade. They don't care. And they're not going to take their pointers from the worst player on the team. Like, I can't believe this is a thing. I really can't believe. It's fine, minor league baseball. Nobody cares. It is a sideshow. You are trying to sell tickets. This is professional football. And we're going to do this with the #1 pick of the draft, the highest profile new head coach. This is what he wants to do. I think Urban is a smart guy. I like Urban. I cannot believe this is his first major decision. Because Trevor Lawrence wasn't a decision. That was an obvious one. That adding this to your locker room, I just can't believe it. But evidently they're going to. And I don't think, Brandon, that they are signing him to cut him. I think if they sign him, he's making the team. I don't think they're signing him Wilds to embarrass him. Right? Like, so Wilds,
does it matter?
You said you're not sure if they're signing him. Let me ask you this, Wilds. If they do sign him, you think he's at jeopardy of being a training camp casualty? Like, that's what they're doing to Tebow?
Yeah, that's what Belichick did. The Patriots signed him to a 2-year deal and cut him. So I think if he gets signed, he can easily be cut. And Brandon, the quick thing I want to dig in on, and I know we don't have a ton of time, is like this fuzzy leadership, like the Tebow effect. And you've heard different sort of examples. That in Florida, when you're like the Heisman Trophy winner and you can motivate everybody, that really works. But then you get to the NFL, and like Nick says, you're not, you don't have a sterling NFL resume. You're 33 years old. You're not sort of like the guy. Is it possible to lead if you're not a great player?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it needs to come from, your alphas. It needs to come from your dogs in the locker room. But there's guys in the locker room that you lean on. It's like, hey, man, I'm thinking about getting married. Hey, I'm looking for a new financial advisor. Or, hey, can you help me just get my life back on track? So there's guys that add a lot of value there. And then just to Tim Tebow, maybe he was supposed to be a tight end from the beginning, Nick. I know it's been a long time, but we knew he wasn't a quarterback. So if he puts in the work, he gets the opportunities, and he takes advantage of it, Jenna, maybe we'll see Tim Tebow make this team.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.